What's up, guys? Luke here with Luke's Points and Miles. I hope everyone is having a happy Thursday. We're about to close out January, the first month of the new year. We got Tio Rico in the house. Guys, somebody hit me up in the comments that you can hear me loud and clear. I think I can probably stop asking that because I think I've been on like a streak of actually setting this up correctly. So we got Owen Cunningham and Mr. Tio Rico. What's up, man? We got a couple cool topics tonight. Okay, Owen can hear me, so that means everybody can hear me. Sure. Couple cool topics tonight, guys. We're going to be talking about, we're going to answer your questions, obviously, all the time. If you show up here and you ask a question, most likely you'll get it answered unless we have something very, very pressing we're talking about. We're going to talk a little bit about the JetBlue Premium Airline Card. Not much because, spoiler alert, it sucks. We're going to try some International Snick Snacks from a place that I really, really want to visit. We're going to talk about hotel occupancy in Europe. And if you have not tried to get a hotel for more than one person in Europe, we're going to talk about that. You may be in for a rude awakening. And I also want to start off with this question here. We got a bunch of guys. Chris V, SoCal skater. Man, I grew up wanting to be a SoCal skater. Didn't work out. Mr. Ian Mascow is in the house. Tio, what did Tio? Did Tio get the IHG card? Mr. Matt Clausen is in the house. Very cool guy with his own channel, and I suggest you go check it out. Not afraid to state his own opinions and covers a lot of topics that a lot of people don't cover. So first off, guys, I want to ask you a question, and you can answer this anytime throughout the chat, throughout the live. Let me see here. What do we got here? Okay. This is the question of the day. I'll kind of leave that up there for a little bit. And we won't do that in order, but we'll just leave that running. And I want to hear what you guys think. And you can't say the green card, okay? Which Amex cards are getting a 2025 refresh, not including the green card? We all guessed the green card. So what do you think besides that? Yeah, Just the Bill does want to pause for a moment for condolences on everyone on the plane heading into DCA. Really quick moment of silence for them. And we'll move on. But I do like that you brought that up. We all travel, so that's all something we kind of face and might maybe think about once in a while. Mr. Chad's Money Minutes in the house. Chad just got back from a crazy international jaunt where he's flying all over the world on the latest and greatest business and first class. So if you are interested in that, check out his channel. He does a lot of quick lives and updates and stuff. Really cool stuff. I've done some of the stuff he did, but I've never been to the pyramids of Giza. That looks super amazing. I'm a little bit jealous. But what do you guys think? What are the Amex cards that are getting a refresh? Their CEO, let's go to Matt Clausen, first one to answer. Personal and business plats. Let me put this up here so you guys don't have to listen to me read. Both platinum cards. Okay, I know. Well, I would bet a pinky toe on the business platinum for sure. Sneaking suspicion that the Marriott Bevy might get some changes. Let's hope so. Isn't that the one that kind of sucks? And the everydays or something like that will come back. I think you're right, Matt. I think that's a get situated here. I think that's a really good look at that. And I can tell you right now that the overwhelming evidence that the business platinum is getting a revamp. And I said it 6 months ago on the business platinum card launching page. There is no mention of the 35% MR points bonus for paying for airfare with MR points. Doesn't mention it anywhere. You have to dig all the way into the terms and conditions to find it. The last time we saw that, the business gold card that had a 25% points boost or points bonus with their rebate. So that's going away, and that makes me sad because I use that on my business platinum. I prefer, I think last year it was Delta. I prefer to book Delta flights paying for with MR points, getting the 35% bonus and earning towards status. I don't get close, but earning Sky Pesos. I don't want to transfer to Sky Pesos and use that. I don't ever want anything from Delta. So I really hope that I'm wrong, but I don't think so. The Bevy and its Chase counterparts are really terrible cards. What I could understand if they were good earning cards, but considering you can earn Marriott points, which aren't all that valuable to begin with, you can earn them on the Amex side and the Chase side. Those cards don't make any sense to me unless it's just for the bonus and the product change. Andrew Mitchell just downgraded my platinum to a gold when the fee hit. Okay, hope you had the gold before, or I guess you can't get the bonus for it now anyway. Yeah, the platinum is definitely not for everyone, and the gold's probably for more folks. Memphis Mike, my guy. Question is, will Amex finally come out with an Amex crypto card? They were talking about that back in. I would everything in my soul and my body says absolutely not. I think it's a long time before the big banks really get on the crypto train. But I will be talking about crypto in the future. I don't have everything just ready just yet, but there are some products credit card wise that might make some sense for people interested in that sort of thing. And I have to admit, there is part of me that is very, very interested in Bitcoin. Not so much the crypto space, not so much the scammy or dirty side of things, but just plain old Bitcoin. Very intriguing to me, very interesting to me. I don't want to purchase it, but if I could earn it, I might be interested in that. But Memphis Mike, I don't think Amex is going to be your answer for that. David Johnson, what's your thoughts on the Delta Reserve card? Okay, so in general, I don't think airline cards are the best product for high 90% of people. I think they're very shiny, pretty objects that you want to stop what you're doing and grab because, I mean, let's face it, that purple reserve card is nice. I think I might, hold on, let me see here. I have one of those super messy desk studio type things. Look at this. Yeah, man. It is super pretty. It's metal. It's stiff. I think this card is so attractive. I think the marketing on it is very attractive. Give me access to Sky Clubs. Give me access to Centurion lounges. I think it's great, but the card does not earn. The card is expensive. I had a companion pass for that card, and it expired. I didn't have any time or any way to use it. Don't think it's a great product unless you are a Delta loyalist. And even then, I find all kinds of problems with it. I think if you're a Delta loyalist, and what I mean by that is I'll always stand by the fact that the statement of if you don't fly enough to earn status, then you don't fly enough to need status. So I think status is only for the people that are flying so often they already get status. So I'm not a fan of the Delta Reserve card. That doesn't mean you shouldn't get it. By all means, take it for a ride. Get a six-figure sign-up bonus. Visit the Sky Clubs. Visit the Centurion lounges. If you're in a Delta hub, even better. Take it for a ride, man. You can always downgrade it all the way down to a blue. I had the business version, but yeah, I don't normally recommend it for anyone. And if you're someone who flies first class all the time, yeah, even then, I don't know if I'd recommend it. I just don't think it's a great card. I'd say this: if you live in a Delta hub and you fly enough to reach some form of status, and you love eating at Resi restaurants and it's convenient, by all means, take it for a ride. Andrew Mitchell just got back from the Dubai. I like it. Got to fly Gulf Air Apex Suites. Wow. The window seats rival Q Suites. I'm not familiar with Apex Suites, but that's really interesting. Gulf Air Apex Suites. Well, I'm gonna have to look into that, Andrew. Thanks for mentioning that, man. I'm not ready to go to the Middle East anytime soon. We got some other stuff in mind, but when I go back, I'm definitely going to look at that. That sounds very interesting. Mr. John R. just hit us with a 2-spot. Thank you so much, John R. John R., I think we need to get you and RJ, and I know there's at least one other person, and if I forget who it is, I apologize, but hopefully you remember, and we're going to fly you guys down to Colombia. Me and my brother, we're going to run security. By brother, I mean Cesar Joel. We're going to run security. We're going to find you guys girlfriends / potential wives. So be ready for that trip. We're probably going to do it next year when it's cold, because Colombia, Cartagena will be nice and warm in January and February. So be ready, my man. We're going to find you a very nice girl that super nice to you, wants to cook and clean, all that good stuff, and wants to be a girlfriend or a wife. Be ready, John, because I think from what I hear, they're a handful. Derek Sakala. What do you think? Sakala? Good evening. I'm really enjoying the Harry Potter Blu-ray DVD set I got with the gift cards I redeemed from my Alaska Miles for. Hey, man, I borrowed those what do they call them? Harry Potter Blu-rays from someone one time, but I don't know if I've ever seen them. I know I'm probably missing something. John R. Biz Green, 100%. They gotta refresh that. They have to. And if they do, I'm actually very interested. Very interested. Oh, what do we got? What we got here? My man, my Filipino head of security when I'm in that part of the country, Glenn Ardonia. Glenn is a world traveler and an expert at the Venture X. World economy traveler. Tough. Those Filipinos are tough. I don't know if there's a tougher type of humans on the planet than those Filipinos, and always happy. Doesn't care at all about economy. He's a big deal. He's a big league dude. Call me Lonnie's in the house. What's up, man? Julius. Have you ever missed or wish you had a certain card during or while booking travel? If I had to guess, you went to get your Aspire, but it wasn't active yet. Have I ever missed or wish you had a certain card during or while booking? Not really while booking. I honestly don't care that much about what I book with. I mean, I generally have booked in the last year with a Venture X or a CSR, Chase CSR, for the travel protections. Here's the thing. If you watch my channel, you know that I don't wait and I don't kind of beat around the bush. If I want a card, I get it. And I'm entering a new season in life where I'm getting declined for some cards, but I've got a player too that's ready to apply for any cards that we want. So no, I don't ever regret. If I want them, I get them, man. And here's the thing. I'll talk a little bit more about it later. I've gotten 4 cards so far in 2025, and we'll talk about a couple of them maybe in this live, but I got some videos coming out about the other couple. But I've gotten 4 approvals with big sign-up bonuses, 4 cards just in 2025. So what do you call that? Velocity has not slowed down much. Richie, the CEO, man, we're talking about Amazon or not Amazon, Amex refreshes. What do you think is going to be refreshed this year? You can't say the green card. What's your opinion on city cards for points, or is it better to stay with Chase or Amex? Here's my thought on that, and it's not a popular one either. City earns better than Chase. Now, a lot of people, the first thing out of their mouth will say Chase has Hyatt. Yeah, they do, and that is a factor. Besides Hyatt, City has either equivalent or better transfer partners than Chase. That's a hot take, and people won't like that. But if you're not a Hyatt person, then Chase is not exactly everything it's all cracked up to be. I like City cards. If you can get approved for a lot of City cards, I think you can do extremely well. I think if you can get a couple different City custom caches, and you can get the City Premier or the Strata Premier, and you wait for that big league premium travel card to come, I think you're in good shape. I'm big on Citi. I like their travel partners. I like the way they do their business. I like the way they earn. You can earn more points than with Chase cards. And I have a new strategy for 2025. It's called Just Give Me the Points. I don't need the benefits as much. Give me the points. If I want to fly first, if I want to fly, get a suite upgrade, give me the points. I'll book it. Ron Byrne. I have 2 adults and 3 kids in my family. Traveling to Europe later this year, the occupancy headaches are a struggle and pricey for multiple rooms. Had to ask for rollaway beds to book 1 room. And here's the thing. We'll go ahead and take a break from the scroll of the comments, and let's look at let's talk about hotel occupancy in Europe, like Ron has just mentioned. And Ron, are you the same one that asked this in the? Okay, so keep it simple. I don't know if that's the same person, but keep it simple. Ask, how do I deal with hotels in Europe? And here's the deal, guys. A lot of places in Europe, they won't let you put more than 2 people in a room. And you're like, what? No, they'll make you buy another room. And most of the places in the United States, most of us are thinking, well, whatever. I'll just book it for 2, and I'll put the boy in there, no problem. They don't care, and for the most part, they don't care. Apparently, in Europe, they really do care. They'll either fine you, which is nobody wants to be fined, or they'll kick you out of the hotel, like legit kick you out of the hotel. And nobody in this chat right now is going to be wanting to be kicked out of a hotel with their family. So how do I deal with it? Here's how I've dealt with it just very recently. We're going to Portugal in March, and I booked a hotel. It's a Vignette IHG property. It's called the Convent. It's right next to one of the town squares, and it's an old nun convent repurposed to a hotel, and it's really, really cool looking. I got 2 rooms. I got 2 rooms for me, my wife, and my 8-year-old. And it's like, did I have to get 2 rooms? Yeah, I mean, I could have booked some other property, or I booked a boutique hotel, but they were being really strict. And I called them. I said, hey, can't I just get a rollaway bed? And they said no. And they said, plus, if you did that, you wouldn't be able to walk in the room anyway. So I bit the bullet, and I just rented 2 rooms. So my wife and my 8-year-old will be in one room, and I'll have to be all by myself in the other room. So I don't know how else to do it, because I'm not going to let my 8-year-old stay by himself, but they might be connecting rooms. So we'll see when we get there. But that's how I deal with that, man. I bite the bullet. I haven't seen that be a problem in most other places. And the only other thing you can do is, we mentioned Hyatt earlier. If you're on Team Hyatt, man, you can almost always book a suite with points. And a lot of Hyatts, even especially the lower end Hyatts, have a sofa bed. So I always look for a sofa bed. A lot of times in Europe, I can't get one. If worst comes to worst, I will just book 2 rooms. And I will say this, though, even booking 2 rooms with IHG, the 4th night being free on both of them, it was not super expensive. It might turn out to be a blessing in disguise, so my wife doesn't kill me for being in such close quarters for 4 or 5 days. Hope that kind of answers your question. Let me get this off here. All right, I got to get back where we were. Here we go. For Euro family needs, I talked to a Hyatt agent. They said it was possible to book an award night and then pay the difference to upgrade to a room that allows families. That's great. That's awesome. But with Hyatt, you can also kind of book an award and then pay the difference with cash. That's a great option. I think that's a really good option. Put that in your arsenal. Before you book it, call the Hyatt, call the property, and say, "Hey, this is my issue. I've got an extra kid. Can I do that?" That would be great. That would probably be better than what I'm doing. However, I'm not super sad about having my own room. So I don't know. Let me see here. Julia says Citi can't keep up with Chase since they don't have the mandatory 3% on dining in every card. I'm not sure if I think we're being funny, because City does have the 3 times on the Premier. You can do 5 times on a City Custom Cash. You can do 5 times dining on the old City Prestige, but I'm pretty sure we're having a laugh. So yeah, I think City out earns any Chase setup for the most part. Chase is going to have better co-branded cards, most likely. Here we go. Chad's always got good to say. We gotta think the everyday cards are going to get a re-release refresh. Okay, business green. I think you're right. Plum. I don't think the plum's changing. And BBC. Chad's bringing up the BBC. Chad is always bringing up the BBC. I think he meant the Blue Business. You think the Blue Business Plus or just the Blue Business Cash? I don't think so. I think those are. I think the Plum and the Blue Business Cash are just fine. I think they're staples. But yeah, I think you're right about the rest of the stuff. The Plum, I think you've mentioned it before on your channel that the Plum is probably the most misunderstood credit card for us in the credit card points and miles game. It's definitely not misunderstood for business owners that have large inventory turnover. They do really well with that. Favorite place to visit is Muncie, Indiana. Great waffles. All right, man. It's right next door. Maybe I'll check it out. Yeah, Philmo's got the best answer. Just leave the kids at home, man. Leave them at home by themselves. Let them have a party. Sebi thought it would be interesting to change the green 3 times from dining to entertainment, so it would be a compliment to the gold. Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense for us, but that's not what Amex is doing. That's not what Amex knew that 10 years ago. It would be great for us if all 3 of those cards complemented each other. But I think there's some type of advantage Amex has with the overlap. I don't think the green. I would like that if the green changed the dining to entertainment. That's fine. But I don't think the green needs a huge tweak. The green has the clear credit, and I hate to say it, but I think we're going to get the clear credit. What do they call that? $199. We're going to get a $100 Resi dining credit, $50 in the first half, $50 in the second half, and maybe the annual fee goes up. I think it's going to be something like that. Maybe a third credit. I don't know, but the annual fee might go up. Which I'm telling you right now, I'm done complaining about it. That's how Amex works. People are loving it. People are signing up for cards, and they're still profitable. There we go, John. John, you're going to love Columbia. I've never been there, but I'm pretty sure you're going to love it. Jared Holbrook, evening all. Wondered if I'd be stuck looking for Airbnbs. Yeah, and that's another option. I don't use Airbnbs. I don't stay at Airbnbs. I've never stayed at an Airbnb. I prefer full service hotels. I think with, and I hate to say this, but I think with a large corporation behind it, I think they kind of have to have their act together a little more. They might be a little less likely to have a bunch of cameras in the toilets and stuff. I just don't trust anything about Airbnb at all. And I don't want to clean up my mess. Uh-oh. Scott Ray, baby. What's up, fam? Currently in South Africa. 30K virgin. If you guys have not watched Scott LeRay's channel, Scott has a niche that is he's going to blow up any day now. But Scott he does all the stuff we do. He walks the walk. He talks the talk as far as points of credit card points and miles. But he really specializes in Africa, and he goes to even the places. I'm not super familiar with these parts of Africa, but he hits Western, Eastern. I think he gets into Central. He gets in the middle part there too, and South Africa. So, and he's got videos of everywhere over there. Super knowledgeable about Africa. So if you are interested in Africa, check out Scott LeRay's channel. He's got 2 channels, Scott LeRay, and man, it's late at night, so I can't sleep. But Scott, put your other channel in the chat here, and we'll make sure we send some people there. Luke travels with a family by himself. That's right. I do it all, man. I like to say I do the family. I do just my son. I do just my wife. I go meet my Navy buddy. I go by myself. I try to do a little bit of everything. But I did find out, and I was telling some people at work the other day, I found out that solo travel is super, super cool. You don't want to do something, you just don't do it. Here's an example. I fly down to Peru and I get down there about midnight. I get to the hotel about midnight. Obviously, I'm tired and I'm old, so I'm not really interested in going exploring at midnight when I first get there. So I go to sleep. I get up at 8 o'clock, eat breakfast, and go straight for my tour. I've got an all-day tour, and it's 80 something degrees and sunny. I'm coming from the snow. I'm a regular Midwestern white fella. My head got burnt. I'm sunburnt. I'm dehydrated. So halfway through the tour, I asked the tour guide, "Hey, what do we have left?" And he goes, "Oh, we have this, this, and this." I go, "Man, just take me home." He goes, "What?" I go, "Yeah, I'm just beat. I hit it too hard today. Just take me back to the hotel." And I probably couldn't do that if I had people wanting to finish that tour. So it turned out, he goes, "Yeah, I'll take you back." He goes, "I'll even call the company, and since you're not doing this second tour, we'll come get you Thursday and take you on this other tour that you'll like." And I'm like, "Okay." So I didn't lose out on anything. I actually get to take a really interesting tour instead of that one. So yeah, solo travel, man, big league. And I really pushed it too hard. I think I logged 29 miles on my Apple Watch, walking. I killed it. Vincent, big league Vincent, booked a Lufthansa flight with fewer United miles than Aeroplan. Wow. Even after the Chase transfer bonus, United can still be a great use for Chase UR points. Good to know, man. I've never booked Lufthansa, and I don't do a lot of Aeroplan flights, but that's good to know. I'm gonna keep that in the database back there. It's a play on your parody video for Chase. Yeah. Yeah. Chase does have 3 times on every card. It's just Google Voice doesn't work with Chase Bank verification. Okay, that's good to know. I don't use Google Voice, but Memphis Mike says he's all in on Hilton, but the new IHG sub. I got the IHG business with 170, I think. Might have been 140, but I thought it was 170. Mike, I like IHG points. And a matter of fact, just I think it was yesterday or the day before, I purchased 400,000 IHG points for $2,000. So half a penny each. I have no plans for them at all. Put it this way, I have no plans for them, and my travel is already booked through 2025. That's how strongly I feel about IHG points. And when 2026 hits, as soon as I'm able to, I'll buy the maximum with that 100% bonus because I'm going to use them. Brad, I don't want to opine on that because I have not followed it, and maybe I'll take some criticism on this, but I don't spend a lot of time thinking about stuff like that. It's tragic, it's awful, but I I have not thought about it. And I know that's not probably not the right thing to say, but I don't want to talk about it on this channel. Ron Burn, they said the occupancy rules is due to fire codes. Yeah. So and so many rooms are really small. Yeah, a lot of hotels price the rooms a premium, so it's hard to use free nights. Yeah, Europe is tough. But you know what? Europe might be that place where you use your Capital One Venture X credit, or you use your Chase Sapphire Reserve credit, and you book a hotel, a boutique hotel, or you book off your normal. You take a chance. You book something like kind of weird or kind of extra. Yeah, Richie, you're right. I just think they want to do something with the green card because they want to raise the fee, and the credits are gone. Like the Lounge Buddy credit is gone, so they only have the clear credit. So we'll see. Francis Yoon says greetings and salutations. What's up, Francis? Don't call me Francis. What was my rate in the Navy? Okay, nobody gets this right. I was a yeoman, and if people don't know what that means, I was basically they kind of equated it to a secretary for the officers. My job was a little bit different, but at least for 2 years, on the ship, I was a yeoman. I worked in the ship's office. They had paperwork, but I have a kind of a weird story. I didn't join the Navy as a yeoman. I joined the Navy as an operations specialist, which is the guy who sits in the dark room and beep, beep. That they sit in what's called the Combat Information Center and look at the radars and stuff like that. Well, I was supposed, I graduated high school in June, and I was supposed to leave in September for that operations specialist job. You know how it is when you're 18 years old and you think you're not interested in being tied down or listening to parents or following anybody's directions. So I guess you could say push come to shove, and I call the recruiter and say, "Hey, what do you have leaving tomorrow?" Yeoman, put me on that bus, buddy. So I left and became a yeoman. And after 4 years on a ship, this is where it gets really weird. I was a real sailor, like port visits, boozing up, being wild, fist fighting, all that stuff. A real sailor. So I go to shore duty after I reenlist, and I go to Newport, Rhode Island. And actually, it was at the Naval War College. And I walk in the first day, and you don't know, like in the Navy, you don't know what you're going to be doing. So I walk in the first day, and I'm kind of like, I'm different than a lot of these people on shore duty. Some of these people on shore duty had never been to a ship, had never been in the real Navy, and had never really had much experience. So I go there, and I'm like, okay, what are these guys doing? And I look over to the left, and there's an admiral that comes into the room. I'd never seen an admiral before, ever. And he was a 1-star. He's a 1-star admiral. And he goes, "Petty officer, you come with me." So I went upstairs to his office and I worked for him. I'm not sure. I still can't tell you exactly what my job was, but I worked for the admiral. So that was what I did for quite a while. And there's some more stories with that, but I don't know if I got lucky or I was not the person who should be working for an admiral, but that's what I did. Didn't like it, but David Johnson says, "What's the best card for points gas?" I like the business gold from Amex. And I know a lot of people don't like to keep that card. They like to get it for the bonus and then move on from it. I think it can make sense long term, but it gets 4 times your top 2 categories, and one of those is gas. I don't spend a ton on gas. I think another good one is the City Custom Cash. Another good one is the Wyndham Business Earner. I think it's 8 points, 8 Wyndham points, which I think are underrated. And there's another card that I'm not going to mention, but I am going to mention it in a video real soon. That is actually what I'm using for gas right now. Even though I'm trying to hit 3 different sign-up bonuses, I'm still using this other card for gas. So sorry to be cryptic or secretive, but you'll find out. Did I hear you correct, Navy buddy? Where? Yeah, Glenn Ardonia was on the ship with me, and we try to meet somewhere super random every couple years. We met in Qatar and went over to Dubai one year, and then I think it's been a little while now. We're probably due for a meetup, but we met in Prague, Czech Republic. So we just pick a random place and we go, and it's funny because it's not really anything like the old port visits, but it's still a lot more fun. It's old man port visits now. We're not getting wild and stuff. Source King likes the Vegas. Opinions on Barclays, American Airlines. I would say if you can get it, go get it. Absolutely. Get the I don't think it's a bad card. I would get it and keep it. I don't know how long they're gonna have that, if it's gonna convert to a city card. But if you can get approved by Barclays, I would get it. I would get any American Airlines card. James Ragland's in the house. What's up, man? What is up? Fun says he got super burnt in Cusco and Lima. My employees told me I was burnt when I came back. Yeah. And I brought the sunscreen. I brought everything. And just the first day, I'm getting bald on top, and that's where I usually get super burnt. 103 watching and 6 likes. Guys, hit the like button, please. That's how they kind of push this video out to other people and kind of carry the message, so to speak. Yeah, definitely hit the like button if you would, please. David says, thank you for you. I thank you for thanking me, sir. You're welcome. Gilbrand, excited for my Spain trip coming up. Man, I'm excited for you. Spain would be cool. We went to Spain a lot in the Navy. Staying at the Intercontinental Barcelona. Venture X credit. Nice work. Living with Benedictine monks at Montserrat for 2 nights and wrapping up at Hilton Barca. That sounds like a really interesting stay. Nice work, man. Nice work. Yeah, Francis, business Wyndham earner business card, good for gas. Yeah, they did nerf it. And I think a lot of people probably won't want it, but still 8 points for 8 points for gas and 5 points for utilities. That's not bad, man. It's not bad. Best way to downgrade from Amex Plat to Gold. I don't know the best way. Call them, chat. Don't do it unless you've had that Amex Platinum for a year. And if you have had it a year, wait for that annual fee to post and then downgrade. Ask them for a retention offer first. Oh, Richie, the CEO. Luke, any airlines you refuse to fly? I don't think so. It depends. I'm not going to fly with my wife on some airlines, maybe like the budget stuff. And that's just me being, I joke sometimes that I'm good at a couple things in life, and being a husband, I'm at best marginal. So I try to make up for that by not making my wife sit in Spirit or Frontier, right? So I don't think I'm flying my wife on Spirit or Frontier. I try to fly her first class if I can, because I'm pretty hard to put up with, and I think somebody that does that probably deserves some perks. But no, I've even flown propeller planes. I remember one time in the Navy, they flew me from Mississippi to Atlanta on a propeller plane, and it had duct tape on it. So I don't care. Sonny wants to know if anybody's been to CDMX or Guadalajara. Seems like 6 spots. Debating whether to do full week in Rio de Janeiro. I've not been to any of those places, but when I was in Lima, the Peruvians recommended Rio de Janeiro, so I would definitely look into that. Okay. Do I have any videos on playing the credit card game for active duty military? No, I don't. If I had any advice for military guys, my first thing was get all the Amex and Chase you can get, all the high annual fee cards. Second advice would be, if you're not a lifer, which for you guys that aren't in the military, that means if you're only going to do an enlistment or 6 years or 8 years, if you're not going to stay in for life, have an exit strategy. Have a plan with cards that you can downgrade or cards that you feel comfortable canceling. But definitely take advantage of not having to pay those fees. I know there was a guy, I can't remember the name of his channel, but he's in the Navy, and I think he has 4 business platinums, stuff like that. Yeah, I'd say take advantage of it. Gilbrand's not flying Spirit or Frontier. What is a topic or brand you wish other YouTubers would make more videos on? Oh man, is this a trap? Is this a trick? All right, what's the points? What's the points actually has a channel, so go check his out. Another guy with a slightly different perspective on things. So I'm not gonna go too in depth with this answer, but I am gonna be real with this answer. The topic I wish other YouTubers would make videos on: real information. And what I mean by that is, stop repeating rules that other people have said that aren't rules at all. Stop speaking in absolutes, like you can't do this, you can do this. Say something like, data points suggest that this is not always possible. Because, and I'm only going to say this once, I'm not going to dwell on it. I watch a lot of credit card YouTube, and a lot of people either say incorrect information or downright wrong information. That's what I wish they would do. Oh, I refuse to fly Air India, but I heard that's not great. I heard that's not fun. Yeah, and here's the thing: I've not been to India, and I've not been on India Air, so I don't want to really give my opinion on it because I don't know. I took an Allegiant flight once, barely. So here's the Filmo. Listen, I have a small airport, I think 4 miles down the street from me. 4 miles. It used to be an air base way back when. There's still like a reserve unit there, but it's a real airport, and they fly Allegiant to places like Destin, Florida, and things like that. We did Myrtle Beach there when we first started traveling. We went to Myrtle Beach, and man, for me, the convenience of there's no lines, the parking's free. It's that small of an airport, so I think it would be worth flying Allegiant. They charge you for your carry-on, they charge you for everything, but just the convenience for me, it would be worth flying Allegiant. The only problem is you can only come back on a Thursday or a Monday or something. So the dates don't always help me. Yeah, this Dirk Noble Credit is the military credit card guy. I think he's in the Navy. I think he's been in for a while. Yeah, he makes a lot. At certain times he makes a lot of videos, so he's got a lot of good stuff. I don't know if I'd want to go to Rio for Carnival, man. But I'm older, probably older than you. That seems like a bit much for me. A little bit overwhelming. Okay, Uncle Luke spent a month in Rio. Can't wait to go back. Money 6x there. You can eat sushi and Red Bulls. Is it safe, Uncle Luke? I know at one point in time years ago, folks suggested that a lot of parts of Brazil were not safe. I think there were some kidnappings, and do you guys remember Vitor Belfort? Vitor Belfort's sister was kidnapped, and horrible things happened there. What about now? How is Brazil now? Leonardo, other than Chase and Hyatt, are there any other cards I can pair with my Built card to transfer to Hyatt? No, it's Chase and Hyatt, and that's what makes Hyatt a little more exclusive because it is tougher. Yeah. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but they try to keep that transfer partner really limited. I'm surprised Built got it. Flew in a propeller plane from Guatemala City to Flores City in Guatemala. That's nice. Never flying Aeroflot. Okay. I don't know anything about Aeroflot, but I would listen if you would type some more about Aeroflot. Reading everybody's opinion is making the decision harder because they all sound like great cities. At least, here's the thing, man. I'll take some heat for this one too. But if you got 3-4 cities you want to go to, take the deal. It turns out that's not letting your points lead you. It's if I want to go to 10 different places, I'm fine with going to any of the 10. Take the deal. Or take the best dates, What made me decide to downgrade the CSR? Well, I did a video on it, and I haven't actually downgraded it, but I decided that it's probably in my best interest to minimize my annual fees with Chase and really focus on some other areas. I discovered for me, and the way I see that CSR is there's a very fine margin between that card being worth it or not. And I think it's definitely worth it if you're a Chase guy. I think it's definitely worth it if you're all in on Chase. And I think it's definitely worth it if you're using that card quite a bit. That's not what I've been doing. I've tried, but I'm back in bed with Amex for a large part of my spend. So I don't think that's going to be the best idea for me to try to make that CSR work when it's not fitting. What's up, Mojo? The best name in the game. Catching a live a little bit late. Hey, appreciate you stopping by, man. Absolutely. Always appreciate the mojo. Uncle Luke, what is the standard retention offer from? There's not a standard retention offer from Amex anymore. This guy's only been in the credit card game since May. At one time they seemed to be pretty lucrative, and it seemed like they've gone down a bit. But again, I'm going to blame some of this on our hobby. You were only ever supposed to ask for a retention offer every other year. And a lot of credit card influencers, and yes, I said influencers, They kept telling people to always ask for a retention offer. And I think some people were also suggesting that they always got a retention offer. So they kind of went away and they went down. And people can argue and say that's not true. I'm just saying that from the data points I've received, it seems like that was a contributing factor to me. When people were only asking every other year, we got big fat 60, 70, $80,000 or point retention offers, and I haven't gotten one in a long time. So I think a lot of people really beat that dead horse pretty hard. Pack Rat started out a big fan of the US bar. Most people know how I feel about that card. Annoying thing is the points need to cover the full cost of the purchase. Yeah, and you can't. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the US bar. I think it's criminally overrated. So we'll leave that for another time. What's up, Rich with Points, everyone? If you want to see a data-driven, numbers-driven YouTube credit card channel, check out Rich with Points. I like the fact that most of his opinions are based on real numbers. He has a website called Rich with Points. You can go sign up for it. It doesn't cost anything, and you can run all your cards and your spending to get real data. Super valuable. I actually want to have Rich on the channel pretty soon because I want him to introduce himself to some more people and get him out there some more, because I think we need more real information like Rich with Points, and not just like some of the stuff we're getting. Never had an issue. Stay out of the favelas. Okay. Yeah, basic stuff. Same issues with LA, Detroit, Chicago. Yeah, I think, okay, that makes sense. Mr. JP Knowledge. Got my butt handed to me early this morning in jiu-jitsu. How's your listen? That's a great question. How's my 2025 exercise plan going? Listen, I'm not a real athlete. I've never been an athlete, so I'm not trying to act like I am. I've never claimed to be an athlete. But I've played sports. I've fought, I've played jiu-jitsu, I've boxed, I've done it, but not in a long time. So I'm almost 48 years old and have an 8-year-old boy. Last night was his last basketball practice, 7 and 8-year-olds. And usually around here in this league, the last practice, we play the kids. The parents play the kids. And we whoop up on them. I mean, we don't really, we lay into them pretty good. But when you're almost 48 and you don't play basketball anymore, and you want to dunk on these kids, and you want to, drop, bounce alley oops off the glass and all that stuff, guess what happens the next day? I woke up and I swear a bus hit me last night. It hurt so bad. And I still hurt a lot. I almost didn't want to do this live because I feel crushed. Motrin and water, man. So that's kind of how my 2025 exercise plan is going. I am down 30 pounds. So that's not been going great lately, but we'll see. Slow progress is still progress. And I'm trying to get my body down to maybe human size. So we'll see how that goes. Strata Premier worth sacrificing a 524 slot? You're asking the wrong person, man, because yes, absolutely. Any card you want is worth sacrificing a 524 slot. I'm probably 13, 14, 24. I don't care. And I've gotten some not great cards. You ever gotten into the bank account bonuses game? Here's the thing. I do some of them. I do the low hanging fruit. I don't like doing anything that requires larger direct deposits, because I don't work in a place where it's super easy to change my direct deposit really quick. I have to deal with other human beings, and that's something I don't really like to. I don't like to talk to people, so I don't do a lot of them. I do some. I don't do a lot. The last one I did was a city. Oh no, the last one I'm doing right now with a local credit union, and that was because the guy called me and go, "Hey, if you put $300 in his checking account and you make 5 debit transactions, we'll give you $300. And I'm like, open it up. 5 Amazon reloads on a debit card, just waiting for the bonus to hit. So yeah, I'll do some. I don't do a ton. Ricky's travel hacking, baby. Guys, Ricky's got a lot of good information. If you ever see him at the meetups, he's got some good stuff. So make sure if you go to the meetups, you consult with Ricky for sure. Okay. Sonny canceled the gold for the premiere. I get it. Hey Luke, you've talked about never planning to be under 524. What's your P2's willingness to keep opening cards? Um, Here's the thing: the P2 gets to fly on business class and gets to go to some really, really interesting places. So she's going to open cards that I tell her to open. However, I have kept her cards under 524, and she only has one annual fee card, and that's the Chase Sapphire Preferred. So I think when she hits a year, we might downgrade that one so she doesn't have any annual fees. I want her to have something very easy to maintain, because I don't maintain her cards, and I'm not going to. I probably have 40 something cards myself. So I do get her to apply for Chase cards so she can give me the UR points, and I book travel for us. But she's willing, and I think she trusts what I tell her because we've got her credit score squared away. We've got her all good with personal finance. She keeps her own money. She makes her own money. She spends her own money. So she's good with it. She likes the way we travel. Yeah, Filmo, I'm with you, man. Richie, the CEO, what's your response to the criticisms of credit card YouTube? Now, everybody makes the same video. Too many multi-personality live streams. Wow, yeah. Listen, I'm lying to you if I don't agree. If I don't tell you, I do agree with that. I don't have a bunch of people on my channel, and I think the circle jerking criticism is fair. I don't. Does it bother me? No. YouTube is a copycat league. The NFL is a copycat league. YouTube is a copycat institution. YouTube teaches you to take someone's video that was successful and make it better. And I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. I've seen guys do videos that are almost exactly like mine. I don't mind it at all because they probably have better editing, and they're better looking. So I don't mind it. I don't mind that part of credit card YouTube. I don't mind it. What I mind, I mentioned earlier, and I don't want to act like I'm putting people out there or being negative, but I wish folks were more careful with the information they put out there. I'm a little bit old school in that we should not be teaching people these really intricate, I don't use the word hack, but some of these are hacks. We shouldn't be making those public. Those should be things you learn at meetups and you learn with personal conversations. No one should be on YouTube. I want to find a good example. Nobody should be on YouTube discussing a hack for 10,000 people because they'll go away. That option will go away. But that's my criticism. But at the same time, I respect the hustle. You want to be the first one to say this. You want your clicks and likes and all that. I get it. I've withdrawn a lot of my commentary with the intense part of the game. Like, I don't talk about MS, manufacturer spending. I don't even talk about using Hilton gift cards because that's not supposed to be how the credit works. So when someone makes 7 videos about Hilton credit gift cards, come on, man. I mean, at some point, stop it. I mean, you're not supposed to take the Hilton Surpass card and purchase Hilton gift cards to trigger the credit. So maybe you mention it subtly one time, but don't make 17 videos about it. And definitely don't call them and ask them if I can still purchase Hilton gift cards to trigger the credit. Don't do that. That's my only criticism. But like I said, I respect the hustle. Do your thing, get your likes, get your clicks, do it all, man. But I think those things are better for meetups. And I've met people in person and learned wonderful things that I would never mention on YouTube. What happened to the credit card U.S. bank reserves? Can't now they you talking about the U.S. bank altitude reserve? It is not open for applicants at the time. Yeah, Memphis Mike says Rich with Points has some amazing content. It's data driven. So it's not, he doesn't beat you down with his opinions, which I do. So he's different than me, whatever. I'm not a boxer. I've never claimed to be a boxer. Ed. All right. Hi, Luke. Recently got the United Club card and IHG Platinum. Do you still think I'm eligible to redeem fourth night free? That's a good question. Oh wow. I would have to. I would call them and ask. I was of the understanding you had to have credit card. So that's an easy fix for me. Go get the latest IHG big bonus credit card. All right, Sergio's got the gold card. There you go, buddy. Rodrigo, you know what? It's funny because I looked, I made a thought about this earlier. Is there any scenario where you downgrade to Venture X? Probably not. And here's why. I don't think it costs me anything. And if I never use it, and this is full disclosure, guys, I have no shame. I can get referrals on the Venture X. I can honestly tell you guys, it's a great card. And if you want to get it, I do have a link in the description below, and I do. So I don't think I would ever cancel it just because I can get a couple referrals every year. If I didn't have that option, I'd probably still keep it because to me, I don't think it costs me anything. It gets me into my favorite lounge in the United States, and it's a perfect catch-all card. I can anywhere in the world. The Visa's good. It's got a large credit limit. It's a Visa Infinite. It's double points. I like their travel partners. I don't have any reason to get rid of that, but I'll still think about it. All right, come here, Charlie. Just Rich with Points just did the unthinkable. He just gifted 5 memberships. I don't think I can tell who got the memberships, but if you got the memberships, this is what I want you to do. I want you to comment on my community post, on my videos, comment on something, and give me some ideas. You're distracting. Just stand still. Give me some ideas of what I can do for channel members. I want to do maybe like 5-6 minute weekly videos that are members only, and with just me, maybe getting something off my chest or maybe reporting some current events or something like that. But comment and tell me what you want because I want to do stuff for the members. And Jared Holbrook is a member. Awesome, man. We're going to pause this comments because we have Senior Carlos in the house and we have a new box of International Snick Snacks.
Carlos, what it is?
No, pick it up. You pick it up and open it and you tell him. He just got home, so he wants to work. Oh, by the way, guys, we have, as far as I know, we have sold 0 boxes. So
haven't gave us at least, but we hope.
Yeah. So if you want to gift somebody one of these subscriptions, it's a great birthday gift or Christmas gift. Let's see what we got here. Can you see that? Can anybody see that flag? Right here, buddy. Poland. Who knows anything about Poland's Snick Snacks? All right. Here's how it works, guys. I'm going to go all the way to the end here so I can hear what you guys are commenting. Me and Carlos are going to try a couple of these Snick Snacks. And we're going to rate them for you. And then we're going to tell you where you can get them. These boxes, hold on, we got to show them. Luke, we got to show them what it's called. It's called, hold on, buddy. TryTreats.com. It's a monthly subscription service, and they'll send you a random country's Snick Snacks. They'll give you a couple cards with all the really cool information about the country. And it's really super cool for kids because I want to go to Poland and I want to take Carlos with me. Oh my goodness. So this looks like a really good haul, guys. Let me see if I can get it closer. This is hard, man. I'm not good at this stuff, but this is these are the Polish Snick Snacks. All right, Carlos is going to pick out what he wants to try. Oh my goodness, there's some good stuff here. What do you want to try first? Put it up to the camera and then try it. What's it called? Carlos, what's that called? Can you read it?
Grzeski.
If anybody knows Polish, I'm sure it's like Sheski. Like it never makes any sense to me. Let me set this down. We're gonna try it. It says it's yeah, guys, I can't read any of that. So we're just gonna open it up and try it. Move over here so they can see you eat it. You want to
That looks good.
you want to break off your piece? Break it off with your hands.
Oh,
well,
that's hard to break off.
okay, we'll try it. Here, put it all the way up here.
It looks like hairs.
It looks like a wafer, chocolate wafer. Taste it. Hurry up. I'll try. Let me try.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
Chocolate wafers. It's not anything super exotic, but I give it 5 out of 5.
10.
10 out of 10?
10 out of 5.
10 out of 5. You really like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Set that down.
Can I take this back?
You can take it with you, but set it down for now. Let's try something a little bit different. We'll let you try 3 of them. And we're going to give these to Mom. They have Polish pretzels. We're not going to try those. We'll give those to Mom. This is a coffee treat.
Yeah, can't have that.
Just want to get something. Sesame snacks. These are all like chocolate wafers.
I mean, they're good all year.
Okay, let's try this. This is Prince Polo.
Yeah, what's this?
We'll get that one next. Leave it out here. Prince Polo Classic. Carlos is going to try that one. That does look a little different, doesn't it? Show them.
Yeah, it looks like there's hairs inside of it.
This doesn't look like hairs. It's like a wafer.
Well, now it doesn't. Let's
try it. What do you mean?
It's not as good as this one.
Not as good as that one.
No.
Okay.
Like 3 or 4 or 5.
Set it down. We're going to do our last one. I got to show them what it is.
I'll show.
I don't know what that is, but I'm assuming it's going to be some chocolate piece.
I've been listening to too much Michael Jackson. I got Thriller stuck in my head because we listened to
Whoops.
it on the way out.
Here.
It's like creamy.
It's a cream-filled. Yeah, you got it. Like a cream-filled chocolate. I'll eat a little tiny bit. Is it banana? That might be like a liqueur.
Like banana, maybe? I don't know.
What do you rate it? No. Take it downstairs with you.
Until Mom tries.
What do you rate it?
Probably 4.
4 out of 10? And you won't finish it? Okay. Here. Tell them where they can get these.
Friedtreats.com in that description below. And you better get it. If you don't get it, you'll be banned from every
No, we don't do that. Mm-hmm. All right. Say thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Say 2 weeks. We'll try the rest of those. 2 weeks. All right. Take all this. Take these. You can throw it away, but there's no trash can in here.
Yeah, in my bag.
Yeah, throw it in here. Take this for Mom. Mom likes pretzels. All right. Let me move this. So Poland has more chocolatey wafer, less exotic, but still really tasty Snick Snacks. The chocolate is really good, right? Yeah. All right. So thank you for watching that. We'll get back to your questions. Let me see if I have any. Well, that's what I had. International Snick Snacks. Yeah, that's about all I have for that. Let me see here. Give me 1 second, guys. Oh, okay. Did you know on the city business card, you can get an addition card for your wife and kid? And if you do all the spending, the card oh, wow, I did not know that. I have that card. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to look into that for sure. Sorry, guys. I have to look at my phone real quick. I should have. Okay, never mind. Have you thought about doing any more vlog style videos while you're out and about? Listen, man, Charles, I would love to do that, but I'll be real. I'll probably never ever do it. I am the kind of guy who, when I see somebody doing that, I'm like, oh God, it's so cringe. Um, we'll see if I can try it, man. I wanted to do it in Lima and I never did it. So I'm not going to rule it out, but it's not super plausible. Way to go on the weight loss. Thank you, sir. Basketball stuff on the body over 30. Man, listen, that basketball game destroyed me. Yeah, messed up their bodies trying to play basketball in their 30s. Yeah, it's amazing how much of your jump you lose into your 30s and 40s. It's also amazing what it feels like to land if you even keep any of that jump. I used to be, listen, I'm 5'9", maybe a little shorter now that I've shrunk. But at 5'9", when I was 11th, 12th grade, I could dunk a tennis ball. I could jump 10 feet in the air at 5'9". I probably can jump this far now. I can probably, my feet get off the ground about this much now. And when it lands, it hurts. So, but, you know, Samir just got the Strata. Nice, man. Looking forward to the Avianca, Cathay Pacific. Yeah, great partners, I think. Yeah, Ed, I had planned to talk about the JetBlue card, but I don't cover JetBlue, and that card stinks. So I'm just not even going to talk about it. I don't want to do a lot of negative stuff, and that card stinks. So I don't want to waste time talking about it. If I add an authorized user to my CSR, does she get her own priority pass? Yes. If she does, is she allowed to bring two? Yes. Yeah, absolutely. She'll apply for her own priority pass and she'll get all that she has. That's why the card costs money. The authorized user card costs money. Let me see here. Wondering if you have made your first choice hotels booking yet. Doug, what's up, guys? Another one. Dugras Reports, different kind of channel, and it's refreshing. Doug, his claim to fame is he's a Midwestern family man from Iowa, and he does he does his traveling in his points and miles in a different way, and it's, I guess you could consider it a frugal way. He doesn't want to use any cash from his family's, pool of money to travel, so he likes to travel all on rewards, so it doesn't affect his other finances. Check his channel out, 100%. I like it. I like Doug. But yes, I did I booked. I stayed in Peru at a choice hotel. I stayed at the Radisson, and I don't have anything bad to say about the Radisson. I mean, as far as their diligence and their commitment to the taking care of the cleanliness every day, answering any questions, the room is super clean all the time. Turn down service, all that, no complaints at all. Breakfast, very, very good. It was free breakfast. Yeah. I always said choice points in South America are a good option, and you should always be at least considering them. Really happy with my Radisson stay. I did learn from one of the subscribers here who is Peruvian that the best hotel in Lima is the Hilton. So maybe I should have stayed at the Hilton, but no complaints with the Radisson on choice points. Tell me. Yeah. If something is good, keep it to yourself. And we all, listen, about the whole thing, we all know the spirit of these programs. If you have a technique that is completely above board, it's not violating any terms or conditions, but you also know it's not in keeping with the spirit of the program, maybe keep that one to yourself so it keeps on working. That might be better than the clicks and the likes you get. Samir says the Venture X is hard to get. Yeah, I product changed to the Venture X, so I didn't have to go through that whole process. Yeah, King Sam says he's never canceling it. Poland. Yeah, I want to go to Poland really bad now. Does that say pierogies? Is that what one of these things is? Pierogies? I don't know. Somebody here's got to speak. You can't say Polak anymore, right? Somebody here's got to speak Polish. Oh boy. Catch now, Jay. Listen, are you watching the Super Bowl? Who am I rooting for? Listen, I'm a Bengals fan. So I can't root for the Chiefs. We really, really dislike the Chiefs in my household for a lot of different reasons. But here's the ironic thing. I don't have anything against the Eagles, but I am less interested in the Eagles than any other team in the NFL. I don't know what it is, but I don't watch Eagles games. I don't follow their team. I don't watch them. So to me, this is the worst scenario as a fan for me. My wife's going to be out of town, and my son refuses to watch the Chiefs because the Chiefs, he hates the Chiefs. So he says he's not going to watch. So I might watch some. Probably won't watch the whole thing because I get up at 5 a.m. So I don't know, man. I'm disappointed with the matchup. I think Patrick Mahomes is right now the best quarterback I've ever seen play football, but I don't want to watch the Chiefs. Close to dinner time. I know, man. We already ate. We eat early. The player 2 wants some pretzels. We'll give her. I'm sure Carlos shared the chocolate wafers with her. Christian Torres says he used my referral link for the gold and got 100,000 point welcome offer. How do I confirm? Just chat with them. Just make sure. Say, hey, I just want to confirm my welcome offer. They'll chat with you. Oh, mom likes chocolate covered pretzels. I don't have any of those. So on the idea that United miles might be more useful than many say, if you were in a United hub, would you consider the $450 annual fee United business card, which has 1.5 everything for non-category spend? I'll be honest, man. I'm not familiar with that card because I don't live in a United hub. If I lived in a United hub, I would consider getting all their cards, I think, if not to keep to get the bonus on. The 1.5 on everything, not interested. I would rather have 2 MR points or 2 venture miles or even 2 Wells points than 1.5 United miles. Carlos is not going to ban anybody. Carlos loves the YouTube though, so he loves being on the YouTube. Chase or the city business card is great for a P2 setup when you travel separately. Yeah, you're right. Joshua NG says 25 and already in pain. Listen, Joshua, you have no idea what pain is at 25, unless you are like 82nd Airborne Ranger or something. You've jumped out of planes and crushed your back or something. If you're a normal person, 48 hurts way worse than 25. 48 hurts, and maybe it's just me, but it hurts. CJ Batista, same, Luke. I was trying to vlog my solo trip in Japan. So many vloggers. Yeah, man. I like I said, I respect the hustle, and I love watching that content. I love watching the first person camera trip to different places. Love it. Watch a lot of it. One thing though, I did just recently after I got home from Peru, I watched a really popular vlogger vlogging from the same place I was, the exact same street I was on, and I kind of caught some not so accurate information. He said that he asked 2 different taxi drivers to take him there, and they refused because it was too dangerous. And then something, and I'm like, no, I was there. That's not dangerous. I don't believe any taxi driver would say no. So I think a lot of those vloggers are like reality TV, staged kind of BS. Really hurt my feelings because I like that guy. Senior Chief, what's up, Rod? Rod is another one. Points blank travel. Go check out his channel. He's another guy with a different perspective and a different way of doing things. Check him out if you get a chance. 100%. Yeah, Filmo, that's the thing. If you can jump, it's the landing that will get you. Yeah, Dugras is the points and miles savant. Although I will say I disagree with a lot of stuff Dugras says, but he's still super good. And that's why this points and miles game is so great. Because we can both be right. Carlos, hello. I just saw you. I heard that if you downgrade a Venture X, there's no guarantee you get product change back. Venture X has to be made available to product change again. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any guarantees at all. How the Bills choke like that again. Listen, I was like a lot of people. By the way, we got 133 people in here. Somebody slap the like button. Slap it. I'm not a Bills fan. I'm a Bengals fan. I was a Bills fan for a day, and I rooted for that sorry ass. I don't even remember his name. Whatever the quarterback, Josh Allen. I rooted for that sorry ass Josh Allen who is guaranteed to throw a couple picks or drop a ball or do something stupid. I don't even think he did anything stupid. He still lost. I think the Bills have won the most regular season games over a 6-season period without going to a Super Bowl in NFL history. Womp, womp, womp. No disrespect to Bills fans, but let's move out of the way, guys. If you're not going to do it, we all know there's only two guys that can stop Patrick Mahomes from going to a Super Bowl, and Tom Brady retired. The other one's Joseph Lee Burrow. So next year, guys, next year. Leonardo, appreciate you, buddy. Owen Cunningham, go Birds. Yeah, I guess I don't dislike the Eagles. I don't dislike them at all. I'm just not at all interested in their team. Luke, thoughts on the Alaska Premium Travel Card? We'll see when it comes out because I'm puzzled by why it's so hot and popular to talk about when most people have never spent an Alaska point. I just think it's kind of in vogue and kind of in style. So we'll see. We'll see when it comes out. I do love Alaska Miles. I love Alaska Miles, but somehow Alaska Miles went from some people use them, and then now everybody is talking about transferring to Hawaiian and then transferring to Alaska, and they've never flown on Alaska. They don't even fly on American. But I don't know. We'll see. I will see. I don't like to get too hyped up about a card until it actually launches. What card do you recommend that has great earnings and that could transfer to America? There aren't any right now. There's nobody that can transfer to American Airlines right now. Your best bet would be to amass a ton of city points and then pray for that partnership to happen. Charles says I'm 47. I'll be 48 this year. Ian, 7 nights in Vienna. I'm jealous, dude. Hilton Plaza, fantastic. Okay, I'm going to burn that into my memory. Hilton Plaza in Vienna. Filmo, at least you're going to win like 10, 11, 12, 13 regular season games every year. Then take a huge poop in the playoffs. This is the way it feels. Oh, Michael's a Jets fan. All right. I tell you what, I'm a big Aaron Rodgers fan and a big Aaron Glenn fan. So I hope they get that together. I know a lot of people have kicked around Aaron Rodgers the last couple of years, but I think he's one of the most talented dudes I've ever seen play. I think he's just unreal. And I think he gets some unfair criticism. Like it's personal. They don't like his personality, so they criticize him a lot more. What credit card is a best set it and forget it card? There's a lot of them, man. There's a lot of great cards that you don't really have to worry about. Any your basic 2% or your 2 points, your 2 times cards. There's a lot. That's a tough question. Alaska miles are never meant for flying Alaska. True. Alaska is Air Canada. A lot of great partners. Yep. Ricky knows what's up. Yeah, Alaskan flights are rare from the Midwest. We have one. This goes to Seattle. That's it. Frugal Dad, we decided we weren't going to talk about it. So the JetBlue card. John R. Come on, man. John R. Come on, God, come on. I didn't know John. I thought John R. liked the Iron Maiden. I didn't know he was a Swiftie. I like Taylor Swift, so I can understand. All right, guys. I brought back with me something from Peru, and it's still in my stomach. So I'm going to cut this live short because I've got to go take care of that. But I hope you guys had fun, and I hope this bug that I have from Peru runs its course sooner than later. Guys, I appreciate everybody stopping by. 128 people in here. That's great. Do me a favor, check out the links in the description. And if you need to buy your significant other a gift that's going to be more like your gift, check out some trytreats.com for sure. Guys, I'll be back in 2 weeks, and we're going to maybe have a special guest on in 2 weeks. So stay tuned. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate you guys. Until next time.